value-added meats are commonly termed as VAM, are random weight, fresh meat items that are further prepared. They can be sold in the overwrap meat case, or they can be sold in the glass case. And the typical items, you'll find marinated meats, pre-seasoned meats, you'll find kebabs, so a variety of specialty burgers type items. So there's a wide range, and more we're finding that packers are providing more finished product that looks and feels in terms of packaging much more like a branded net weight item that fits into that classification as well.
Okay, one of the things I thought was really interesting about your talk was that consumers' need for this varies not only by meal occasion, but even by the day of the week. Could you kind of go into a little bit about what those changes are?
Yeah, our research showed that there's a definite midweek opportunity as well as a weekend opportunity, and both of those are very different. Midweek opportunity is made up of kind of Monday through Thursday, but quicker meals, faster preparation. Schedules are changing, so people are looking for options and solutions. Sunday was more of a formal meal time where they have more sides, more things around the plate, but value-added meat would also play a big role as people treated themselves. And typically we found that adult meals were the big focus for that versus kind of larger family meals.
All right. You had also mentioned that there's a fairly significant difference in what some of the top retailer performers are doing in this category and what some of the least successful ones are doing. Could you kind of explain what the top performers are doing right in order to promote this category?
Sure. We found both through the analysis that we did, as well as we went out and did some store visits and audited some stores to find out what some of those conditions were. The main finding from a space is that they're allocating a lot more space to the category. So their percentage of space allocated to value-added meat as opposed to the rest of the fresh meat area it was close to 30. It was 30% of the meat case, and it was about twice the linear footage of the lower performing. So what you find is with that space allocation, as well as we found much signage, very clear communication to the consumer about their primary buying values, and those are mainly around the convenience of these items to actually the ease of preparation. And there's a lot of discussion or a lot of signage relating to the flavoring, whether it was attracting them to where the marinated meats were, or talking about the variety of flavors and uniqueness of the flavor profiles that they were providing. So those are the types of things, but it comes down to space allocation, it comes down to the quality of the assortment and presentation that's there for the consumer, as well as communicating so the consumer knows where to find it.
All right. And then you kind of touched on this, but for the processors in the industry, what are the things that they can be doing to partner with their retail partners and help grow this category?
I think the first step from a partnership side is to get a good handle on what flavors and cuts really matter to the consumer in those local stores. So, for example, beef flavors vary dramatically across the country. The ones that might be popular in Syracuse are going to be very different than Los Angeles. So part of it is trying to find the flavors that are going to match really well in that retailer's local stores. And then also from trying to make sure the cuts are right. Tri-tips might be a big product out in the West Coast. It won't be quite as much on the East Coast. So that kind of information can be tremendous to the retailers in terms of helping them set their stores.